I'm hearing your perfect partner is waiting for you. The person that God, Spirit, the universe has decided is going to be your life partner, your kingdom spouse, has also decided that you are going to be theirs. And I'm literally seeing the gates of heaven opening up right now. Like, oh my God, the colors are beautiful. The colors are like a very light, pinkish, warm sunset. And everything's glowy and glittery and magical. And maybe that's what you're about to experience within this love connection. Are you joking? This is the oracle that I pulled. Are you joking? The sacred vow, divine commitment. I love when that happens. Who you have chosen has also chosen you on a very, very deep, deep level. This is someone who honors your journey. This is someone who honors your past, who honors your present, and who wishes to honor your future together. If you're not already making plans for marriage, maybe you soon will be, or maybe this is just your confirmation and reminder to enjoy this journey that you're on, because yes, you get to have all of those wonderful things and this wonderful divine union of marriage together, but enjoy the love that you have now. Enjoy the journey that you're taking to get there, because this person is genuinely going to enjoy every moment of you. This is someone who is so thankful for the energy, the presence that you have brought into their life. This is someone who meets you at your level. It's like they meet you where you are. They pick you up when you are down, and you pick them up when they are down. And maybe you even picked them up to begin with when they were down. Maybe you met this person when they needed you most. The number 30 or 333 may be significant within this connection. I'm also hearing birds chirping, like a lot of birds chirping. So maybe birds are standing out to you at this time. I'm also seeing you go somewhere new and walking through the gates of somewhere new. So this could be entering a new house, a new home. Maybe you're entering a new home together. But something about a new, like entering somewhere new, is standing out to me. I can just feel the love that exists between the two of you, that pulls you close together, and even when you are apart, keeps you connected. I'm getting the message that this person is meant to learn and grow with you at a very easy, at a very gentle, a very slow and consistent pace. And so if you are someone who tends to enjoy rushing into things or jumping into relationships, this is one where you're definitely going to be tested, and you're definitely going to learn what it is to give and receive equally, and find balance with giving and receiving within this connection and with this specific person. So the letters B, J, A, S, W, T, and L, and M are standing out to me. I'm seeing a lot of water energy coming through, so a lot of emotions. Maybe you've even been very emotional lately. This also could have to do with water signs. I'm seeing fire signs, and I'm seeing a history with air signs. So maybe this is something or someone that you've left in the past. I'm also seeing the wind picking up, so getting carried away. Maybe you've gotten carried away within this connection, and this is your reminder to settle back down into stillness, into acceptance, into observation, because it is from a place of observation that you will truly be able to learn and love with this person. I'm seeing both of you open ears to each other, so very strong communication coming through, very good listening skills. You both are able to listen and hold space for one another. Both of you feel seen, both of you feel heard, and both of you feel understood within this connection. There's going to be a lot of friends and family that surround you when this union takes place. And so if that's not something that you currently feel within this connection, or when you come into connection with this person, trust that by the time that you tie the knot, by the time that you really take this sacred vow here in this 3D world, because you already have spiritually, or you're very soon about to, you are going to have supportive friends, supportive family. Because to raise children, it takes a village, is what's coming through. So maybe that is also a significant part of your journey. I don't want to give away too much, especially for those who have just fully received this message. If you are someone who does feel called to dive in further to your personal connection, 555 on the timer, maybe that is of significance to you. Like I was saying, if you do feel called to dive in further to your personal connection, I do offer personal energy readings, candle rituals, and channeled angel messages at this time. You can check out my website, and I look forward to channeling for you if and whenever you feel called. Dear soul, before you leave, pause for just a moment. If these words have stirred something deep within your heart, don't ignore it. This may be the reminder your spirit has been waiting for. Right now, place your hand over your heart and speak these words out loud. I am chosen by God. I am deeply loved. I am not forgotten. My prayers have been heard. My breakthrough is coming. My story is not over. Say it again, and then say it one more time until every doubt begins to lose its power and every fear starts to fade away. There may have been moments when you felt unseen. Moments when you wondered if God had forgotten about you. Moments when the waiting became so heavy that you almost gave up. But hear this truth today. God sees every tear, hears every prayer, and knows every silent battle you have been fighting. What He has promised for your life is still alive. What He has spoken over your future has not been canceled. Even now, behind the scenes, He is working in ways you cannot yet see. Hold on a little longer. Trust a little deeper. Heaven is still writing your story. And if this message touched your heart, please share it with someone else. There is someone out there carrying a burden too heavy to bear alone. Someone who is losing hope. Someone who needs a reminder that they are loved, chosen, and never abandoned by God. Your share could be the answer to someone's prayer today. And if you feel led to support this mission of spreading God's love and encouragement to people around the world, you can do so through a super thanks. Whether it's $5, $10, $20, or any amount God places on your heart, every gift helps us continue reaching souls who need hope, healing, and faith. May God bless every giver abundantly. May He multiply your kindness, strengthen your faith, open doors no one can shut, and fill your life with His peace and favor. Thank you for being part of this growing family of believers. Remember, you are chosen. You are loved. You are seen. And your miracle may be closer than you think. There is a kind of love that the world doesn't talk about enough. Not the falling kind. We have endless language for that. The the rushing heartbeat, the can't sleep electricity, the way someone's name sounds different in your mouth when it starts to mean something. We celebrate the beginning. We romanticize the spark. We tell the story of how it started over and over, because it is the most cinematic part, the part that feels like it belongs in a film score. But there is another kind of love. The one that comes after the spark has settled into something steadier. The one that doesn't announce itself dramatically, but simply keeps showing up. In the ordinary Tuesday moments, in the way someone notices when your energy has shifted before you've said a word, in the quiet and reliable and deeply unglamorous act of choosing each other again when the choosing isn't exciting but is real. That is the love this story is about. And if you have been waiting for it, if you have spent time in the space between what love has been and what you have always known it could be, then this is the moment to stop scrolling past your own life and actually be in it. Because what is coming, what is either already here or moving toward you with a particular certainty of something divinely arranged, is not the spark kind. It is the fire that stays kind. Let's start with the truth that matters most in this entire reading, because it is the one that tends to get lost in the details. They have also chosen you. I want you to sit with that for a moment without immediately moving past it. Because there is a version of love that we spend so much time hoping for, analyzing, interpreting every sign of. And then when the confirmation arrives, we skim over it to get to the next concern. Don't do that here. The person who is destined to be your partner in the deepest, most committed sense of that word has looked at their own life and arrived at the same conclusion you have arrived at, that this is the one. That this is what they want. That this is where they want to be. Not tentatively, not with one foot pointed toward an exit, with the full and sacred weight of someone who has decided. And the choosing is mutual in a way that goes beyond preference or attraction or even love in the conventional sense. It reaches into territory that is harder to name, something that feels less like a decision made in time and more like a recognition of something that was already true. As if the deciding was just the human mind catching up to something the soul already knew. This person honors you. Not in the performative way, not in the grand gesture, the impressive display, the love that needs an audience to feel real. In the quiet and consistent way. The way that shows up in how they speak about your past without judgment, how they hold the harder parts of your story with the same care they hold the beautiful parts, how they have no interest in the edited version of you, and every interest in the complete one. They meet you where you are, not where they wish you were, not where you might be once you've resolved whatever you are currently working through, but exactly here, in this moment, in this version. With full acceptance of the fact that you are still becoming, and with genuine excitement about being present for that becoming. And there's something specific about the timing of this connection that is worth acknowledging. There is a very real possibility that you arrived in each other's lives at a moment when one of you, or both of you, needed the other most. Not as a coincidence, as the design of something that understood what each of you required and arranged the meeting accordingly. You were each other's intervention. The love that showed up when the other person needed it most, wearing the face of someone who intended to stay. Now here's where the story asks something of you, and it asks it gently, but clearly. Slow down. This connection is not designed for rushing. It is not built for the pace that excitement sometimes demands, the pace that impatience sometimes insists upon, the pace that anxiety about the future can create when we are more focused on getting to the destination than on being present for the journey. This love is designed for a different rhythm, slow, consistent, cumulative. The kind where each day adds something small and real to what is being built, where the foundation gets deeper before the structure gets taller, where both people learn each other at the pace that genuine knowledge actually requires. If you tend toward intensity and love, toward diving in completely, toward needing to know where things stand before they have had time to naturally reveal themselves, this connection is going to teach you something. Not through struggle, but through the gentle and persistent invitation to be still, to observe, to receive information about this person and this love from a place of genuine presence rather than anxious analysis. There is a difference between watching and worrying, between paying attention and projecting, between being genuinely curious about another person and trying to solve them before they have finished speaking. This love is going to show you that difference in a way that transforms not just this relationship, but the way you relate to love going forward. Here is the insight that I think carries the most weight in this entire story, the one that quietly reshapes everything when you finally let it in. You have probably given more than you have received for a long time, in more connections than just this one. It is a particular kind of person who overgives in love, usually someone whose love is genuine and generous and whose capacity for caring exceeds what most of the people they have loved have known. what to do with. And overgiving, when it becomes a pattern, creates a kind of invisible poverty. You keep pouring out and the level keeps dropping, and you keep telling yourself that is just what love costs. Not realizing that what you are describing is not love. It is the particular loneliness of someone whose generosity has never been fully matched. This connection is going to ask you to receive, not as a lesson delivered harshly, not as a confrontation with what you have been doing wrong, but as the natural experience of being with someone who genuinely wants to give to you. Who notices what you need? Who shows up not because they are obligated to, but because your well-being is something they have made a priority in a way that requires no reminder and no negotiation. That experience of being on the receiving end of consistent, genuine, freely offered love may feel strange at first. May trigger the old impulse to immediately give something back in equal measure, to not let yourself owe anyone, to maintain the balance by your own effort rather than trusting that it will naturally exist. Let that impulse surface. Notice it, and then choose deliberately to let yourself be loved without immediately trying to equalize it. That is the most vulnerable thing you may ever do. And it is also the most healing. Both of you are good at something that is genuinely rare in love. You can actually hear each other. Not just listen, hear. Hold space for what the other person is saying without immediately preparing your response, without filtering it through your own defenses, without making it about yourself before they have finished speaking. You both feel genuinely seen in this connection, genuinely heard, genuinely understood, and you both know from enough experience with the alternative how rare and how precious that is. There is going to be so much communication between you. Not the difficult kind, not the ongoing negotiation of two people who fundamentally misunderstand each other and are trying to bridge the gap. The easy kind, the kind where talking feels like breathing, where even the hard conversations happen with the underlying current of two people who are on the same side, who are not trying to win but trying to understand. Build that. Protect that. Do not take it for granted simply because it comes naturally. There is newness ahead. Physical newness. A door being crossed, a threshold being stepped over, a space being entered for the first time together. This could be a home, a city, a chapter so different from what came before that you will barely recognize it as continuous with your own life. The gates you are walking through are not closing anything behind you. They are opening something in front of you. Something that is glowy and warm and full of the particular light of a life that has finally arrived at where it was always heading. And surrounding that life, woven into the fabric of this love, will be people. A community of genuine support that is formed around what the two of you represent. Friends who celebrate you. Family who understands the significance of what you have built together. Help. A village in the truest sense that holds you both. That kind of support does not always feel present at the beginning of a love story. It accumulates. It forms as people witness the consistency of what you have, as they see over time that this is not another beginning that will end, but the beginning of something that grows. Trust that it is being assembled, even when you cannot yet see it clearly. You, the one who has loved generously and not always been loved generously back, are about to experience what it feels like when the exchange is equal. When both people pour and neither one runs dry. When the love is not a debt or a performance or a carefully maintained balance of who owes what to whom, but simply a current that flows naturally between two people who have decided that the other person's flourishing is as important as their own. That is the love that is coming. The sacred kind. The kind that does not rush. The kind that does not rush because it already knows it has all the time it needs. The kind that does not perform because it has nothing to prove. The kind that holds your past gently, shows up fully in your present, and looks at your future together with genuine excitement rather than managed expectation. Enjoy this. All of it. Not just the arrival, the journey. The walk toward commitment. The small moments of learning each other. The first time you realize that this person knows something about you that you didn't have to explain. The slow and extraordinary process of two lives becoming intertwined at the root level, not at the surface, not in the visible and photographable moments, but in the quiet and private and deeply real experience of building a home inside another person's life. The destination is beautiful, but you, all of you, every present and awake and fully alive version of you deserve to be entirely here for the road. Because this love is not rushing past you. It is moving toward you, deliberately and warmly, with all the time in the world, and it intends to stay.